Now, although the lifting of travel ban in Erongo was announced yesterday, no one will be allowed to leave local authority areas of Walfish Bay, Swakopmund and Arandis until midnight, when the easing of lockdown measures come into effect. There is an anticipation that the roads will be congested. I am now joined via Skype by MVA Senior Manager of Accidents and Injury Prevention, Sidney Boois. Good afternoon, Mr. Sidney, and welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having us.
All right, now, Mr. Boois, considering that there is, you foresee an increase in the traveling around that region, what is the current situation on the Swakopmund-Usekops road since since it was lifted?
As we all know, that people have not yet started traveling. I think it's more that we have observed, even via social media and everywhere, that people are rather making ready to travel. We can already foresee that the public transport are already challenged. That they need to ferry all these people to their destinations. So it's rather people are making ready to hit the road.
So then you would say that the MVA is prepared for the congestion on the roads?
This is rather a collective effort and a collective responsibility. We started conversations as stakeholders to firstly reach out to these terminals and places of where people will depart from, just to check the situation, to talk to our critical stakeholders in this regard, our public transport and those that will ferry our people, especially from the Erongo region. We have empathy with our citizens that, it was long overdue to reconnect with their families. However, this urge comes with a lot of increased risk. And we have started having discussions how we can talk to the road users as well as the drivers of public transport fraternity, so that we can take collective action and make sure that we make the travel of our road users safe back to their destination.
All right, Mr. Boois, do you have any final remarks?
We would say that collective responsibility starts with individual responsibility. We would call on our citizens, we would call on our road users to observe the state of emergency regulations, especially as regards to travel, as well as the general COVID regulations on social distancing, the issue of we already have a burden on health facilities. Let's not make it difficult for our public facilities not to cope with the situation. So therefore, in addition to that, on the part of collective responsibility for the public transport fraternity to make sure that they comply with the existing regulations. Panic travel is not something that we would encourage on the part of all our road users. So we have to make sure, even if we have now that permission to travel, let's still observe all the regulations and make it a safe one. We know that it comes with choices. Let's make good choices. Those choices will enable us to arrive alive and make it safe. Let's drive to live. Let's choose to live.
Thank you so much, Mr. Boois.
Thanks for having us.
Well, that was MVA Senior Manager of Accidents and Injury Prevention, Sidney Boois, emphasizing that it is a collective responsibility and that you should be safe on the road and drive safe to arrive alive.